Just about wrapped up with camp. You know, basically what I do is I take everything and just shove it on the boat and then organize it. Put away the night cat for the day. I don't think she's gonna be too good in the rain tomorrow. So what I have to do in the morning, because there's so much dew, I have to wait for that thing to dry out. Because it's like somebody sprayed it with a water hose. And there's dew everywhere. So that's a big bummer, because I want to kind of get up and get moving, but I don't want to pack up everything wet. I know I have to do that when it rains, but if it's not raining and all I have to do is wait an hour or two, or a couple hours, then I'll do it. So all I got to do is get that, then organize that, and then I'm going to St. Michael's. And this is day 13. It's Friday the 13th. A peaceful night last night though. I didn't have any critters come up to me. They just stayed away, I guess. I don't know. But it was a beautiful night. Kind of weather like this, and the wind never kicked up. Them crabbers come out early, man. Fishermen, they were out. You could hear their boats. I sat out there and looked at them for a while. They were doing their thing. It's a hard struggle life, but they enjoy it. They're on the water. I missed those waves. Here comes one from a big boat. It's pretty cool. Look at that. Pretty cool. There's another one. There you go. I'm anchored, that's why I'm not on the shore. Oh, there it is, all cleaned up. Just about done with the boat. About 3/4 of the way done. All right, so I got the boat squared away. A few stragglers, that's going to the trash. Let's see, the beach, cleaned it up, so I got some trash dug up over there. There's my campsite, I left it pretty clean. Oh man, I didn't see that bottle. It wasn't there yesterday. Must have washed up this morning. We'll have to get that. So I'm going, I think, through there and then take a left and go to St. Michael's. And it's a pretty cool place. I've always wanted, I mean, I've been there before, but it has been 20 years easily. So I'm sure it's changed a lot. Actually, Kent and Ayers did too, because that big building that I was in yesterday was not there. That didn't have the oil that I was looking for. Such a huge place too. Just goes to show you that, you know, the two-strokes are ancient now. She's got me through so far. The Mercury's, man, they'll last forever. Anyways, pull up the anchor and off we go. Oh man, it fell. Back on it. That was muddy. All right. Made my tea. This is a beautiful place. It really is. I wish I could stay here a couple more days. But wear my hat. Took off my hat because I thought the bugs were gone, but them flies, man. It was battle royale yesterday with them things. I got a bunch of them. They got me too. I think it was probably, I think they got a little ahead of me actually. There's another one. All right, put her in gear and let's get out of here. Alright, that's definitely a keeper. That is for sure. Except for them damn flies. Daggone flies, man. Woo. I think the only bad thing about traveling this time of year is definitely the dew. Because in the morning it gets everything. And I just cannot, I don't want to camp up it's like wet. So I just kind of wait around and read my book. I cooked a really good breakfast today. Should have showed it actually. But I won't eat again until dinner, so that's why I did it. It's beautiful out here. It really is. You're blessed if you're out here, that's for sure. There's just no way around it. On a day like today, I mean, come on, you can see all the way across the bay. I've had quite a few days like this, and it's amazing. It really is. And the rest of us are stuck in the hustle and bustle of life. I was like that for 26 years, working as much as I could, involved in all those cases, dealing with some really bad people. But that's for another story. My main focus on this trip is to see the bay. And see God's beauty, man. Look at this. It's just amazing. I probably said that 1,000 times on this GoPro. But when you're in awe, you're in awe. That's why I got that white rag. Swipe them, just slap them. Anyways, I gotta put this thing on a plane. Well, my kill switch works for sure. I was swatting at one of those flies that wanted to come along with me. There he is right there. He got me good. And it killed the motor. I gotta put it back on the plane. So the police are out in full force today, which is cool. They're out, I guess, checking for the saltwater season of striped bass is open. So they're checking everybody's license out there. So it's pretty cool. And I don't remember this last time. This must be, within the past 10, 15 years. Because all I remember is this. And I remember a sailboat went under this thing when it was on its way up. He didn't wait for it to go all the way to the, vertical or whatever. And he ran into it with his mast. And of course it tore it down. But Ken and I were sitting on that dock right there, watching it happen. He wasn't paying attention to a daggone thing. That's where all the workboats are. So there's 5 of them out today. It's pretty cool. So there's a hotel over there. I could have stayed at that hotel, but I like being on today. I'm gonna stay at a campground tonight. It's on the water. But I've got that weather coming in, so I want to try to get somewhere where I have safe harbor for the boat, and I need a shower, and I need my clothes. I need to wash my clothes. So that's a fairly new hotel too. I don't remember that being here last time. Pretty cool converted workboat, looks like. Probably an oyster boat or something one time back in the day. Pretty boat to St. Michael's. There's the lighthouse. On the right side of that boat. I'm gonna go in here, just look around. I know they have a museum. Maybe I'll go in it. I don't know. It's gonna be a bumpy ride going back because the wind. I was following the wind, and it's pretty choppy out there. But all I have to do is round that point to the left and then go down the bay for probably about 2 hours to the spot I need to go. I need to go to Slaughter's Creek. I've never been there, but I'll make it. All right, I had to do a battery change. It just died on me, so I'm gonna turn it off and then I'll turn it back on and show the lighthouse. All right, so there's the lighthouse. And this is actually a repair facility for workboats. There's a foundation, I think it's ran by the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. I'm probably wrong on that, but they restore these old boats, and you can see they've got a whole work yard here. It's really cool. I think this is one of very few places on the bay that do this. Looks like they're getting ready for some event for this weekend. But I'm sure there's a, I think I need to get some gas, some fuel. You can tell they're really into the work. I mean, they are the best at it. And keeping these old boats alive is it's a hard process. But these guys are skilled, they know what they're doing. See this one over there, they're replacing some of the planking on the bottom. I'll dock the boat, put on some shoes. It's not good to be on this boat without shoes, honestly. It's slick. Let's figure out a place to dock. I hope this place has fuel. I don't see fuel anywhere. I hope I'm wrong. Looks like that one has fuel. I'll go over and check it out. I want to find fuel first before I dock. That looks like a fuel dock. It's crazy. It's cool though. Just give you an insight from back in the day. Find a place to dock. All right, I don't remember this place at all. I just remember the lighthouse. I mean, you know, it's been 20 years. So, time flies. There she is. Looks like this was a house at one time, and now it's the Hollis Park Administrative Building. All right, so I'm gonna go in here and check it out. It's a pretty cool place. Glad I came here. All right, so they have a little story on each one of these boats, except for this one. This one is the Isabel, and it's called a trunk cabin cruiser, which it's a beautiful boat. Needs some work, but at least they're keeping it afloat. That was a beautiful boat on the bay back in the day. Looks like they got a fan in there to keep the humidity or the mold and mildew out. That's all in there. I don't get it with these skinny boats. So the Dorothy Lee, this one here, I guess that's in 1972. This was built in 1934. The picture's in 1972. Sleek. Perfect. Oh, this one's all faded. It's been here for a while, I guess. Old Point. Little skiff. So this is a trout line boat. There's a little cruise ship, big cruise ship actually. She's got some really cool houses out here. Oh, the stories these houses could tell. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. It's pretty cool. A lot of history to this town. We'll walk out here. I think we're gonna get in the museum. So I'm in the gift shop. Bunch of kid stuff. But there's some really cool books in here. Look at all these. Wow, that's a good one. You know, that's a good one. Good grief. That's cool. Oh, I like that one. Dancing with the Tide.
There we hear it. Proper tone.
So that would be a cool one to get. Where did this poster come from?
I couldn't tell you that. The volunteer outside might have some more information. They're pretty.
I would love to get this.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
We get a lot of compliments with that map. People.
Yeah, I've got this one, except in a little bit different version. The
Right.
land is yellow instead of white. But I've got that chart. Well, it's kind of a chart map kind of combo. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good one. Thanks.
All right, so I'm in here, and this will probably be a pretty quick tour. I want to get back. I got a long drive to go to get to where I'm going tonight, but I wanted to come in here, see that. I think I can get up it. But check all these little dinghies out. That's pretty cool. Little old windshield. I went to a place in Mystic that has a Mystic Seaport, and it's similar to this except a lot bigger. This one's pretty small. This is the Delaware, 1930s. So you can see what they do. They stuff it in between the boards with cotton. So when the wood swells, it'll leak, but it won't leak that bad. I had a friend of mine who had a boat like this, and we pulled it out and shoved cotton in between the cracks. Back when I was a kid. I think they use fur, but you can see the railway system they have. And bring up the boats and repair them. There's a railway marina on the creek that my parents live on, called Smith Railway, actually. We're not related to them, but I think it's from the 1820s or 1830s. That railway's been in existence. But look at this one. This one is a beauty. Replacing the... Look how rotten it is. Wow. So, wooden boat always needs work. That's funny. So I guess we can look down on them as they work. Somebody's painting. Oh, that's a beauty.
Hey, I didn't think it said that there is no dog. Like, I'm not responsible for that.
Mr. Dickey. Never seen a, I guess they did that as a joke, putting a pineapple on it. You can be apprentice for the day. Maybe let's fill out the application. Cool. So this is Thomas Point Light, 1875. It had a bell too, so when it got foggy, you couldn't see it. Huh, interesting. Oh, this is the Hooper Strait Lighthouse. Okay, I thought this was Thomas. Oh, that's the bell for the Thomas Lighthouse. Did a good job restoring this. There's some of the tools to keep the place lit. I don't know what that was. Probably to store oil for the lantern. Oh, and here are the lighthouses. Wow. Okay. That's pretty cool. There's Old Point Comfort. We passed that. On my first day. And there's New Point where I stayed. 1804. There's the living quarters, I guess. Yeah. Whew. That looks like my state police bed. I'll bet you it was cold in the wintertime. I guess this is where the pantry was, where they kept the coal. You know, this lighthouse weathered a lot of storms. I think most of those lenses came from France. The fog bell. There's the lens. Awesome view. Incredible. I guess I can go outside. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, he's doing a trout line. Our crab line. That was kind of a whirlwind tour. This is the office he had, or she, and then with the he. Some old photographs. Some of the organ keepers. No microwave. Huh. Okay. There's your Nightlight. No, what that is, some sort of pancake maker maybe. Alright, I'll turn it back on when I get down. Back in the day, you got around with sail power. Or you rode. Paddled. Well, you know some of them kids got stung by stinging nettles. You really need to spend a whole day here, honestly. I bet this was fun to sail. Oh, here we go. Put my motor in here. Could go right there. 90 horse Mercury. I mean, back in the day, this was luxury. I'm not kidding you. For sure. Alright, I'm gonna go in there next. Oh yeah, this is so they bring the oysters on that one. This was built in Pocosin. That's seen its better days. The old one though. What the heck is this thing? Huh. It was an automated crab picker. I bet you it didn't work that well. You gotta have a certain skill level to pick crab. That's a bowler pot. I can see that from here. Picking table. Canner. Time clock. Clock in. Where them cannons came from. Oh, you feel that wind coming. It's that storm. Gotta get out of here. Oh, it's hot. No, it's not. Oh, there we go. See, you can find things on the bay. I found some of those. Make sails, I guess. So that's the watershed. You can see it. That's where I was, right there. And that river, it's dammed right there, but it goes all the way. I'm sure there's a couple different dams up there, but it's the lake that feeds it. All right, that was a whirlwind tour. It's pretty cool though. I get to see the boatyard and the lighthouse. Got in there to look at some of them old boats. So it's pretty cool. So next phase is to get some fuel and start heading out toward around that point. Start getting down the bay. All right, walking back to the boat. Pretty nice place. I do not remember anything about this place except for that lighthouse, which is pretty cool. It's 20 years ago. So that lady that checked me in the museum, she's got a 91 Montauk. And she says she takes that thing everywhere, her and her husband. They love it. It's pretty cool. All right, I just undocked. There's a beach from right there. You can see those things from a mile away, man. That is a beautiful boat. 31, probably 31 or 33 beat from the 60s. We've done some work to it over the years. You can tell. It's a wave eater right there. I'd love to go to that place. I think it's an inn, but just didn't have time for all that. I just got news too from a daughter that she may be inducing. So, but they won't know that till Monday. I'm trying to pass a boat. So I'm gonna get over here and get some gas. Hit the open water. I put on a shirt. It's kind of breezy coming in. I know the sun's out, but it's still kind of chilly. I told you it was going to be choppy. I got to make it around that clump of trees. And then basically I'm doing a U-turn. That point way over there, Hilton Point, and my chart plotter is telling me to go that way around that point and into the open Chesapeake Bay and then take a left. But I'm gonna try this. It says that it's really shallow at the other side of this, but I think I can make it. I don't know. I can putt to it, you know, if it's really shallow. But I'll just have to wait and see. If it's too shallow, then I'll turn around. Alright, it looks like I made it. Got a couple more channel markers to pass, but I'll probably make it. I got 11 feet of water. The channel there is really small, but it cuts me from having to go all the way out there to the other side of those pine trees. That's a spoil island, I believe, where they dump dredge from the channel. I'm glad I didn't have to go all the way out. A lot of money in those houses, I'll tell you what. Good thing I'm going with the wind. I'd be beat to death if it wasn't. There's another one of those observation posts, towers. A little bit choppy on the bay today. Thank goodness I'm rolling with the wave. Going against them. So that's the very end of Tillman Island, right there. It's kind of shallow actually. I need to scoot over a little bit. Alright, this is probably one of the more desolate areas for sure of the Chesapeake Bay, especially on the Maryland side. Look, there's hardly any houses over here. And it's like wilderness over there. It's pretty cool. You don't get to see that much on the bay anymore like that. But I think this is the creek I need to be up. I don't know. I'll tell you what, it was rough out there. It's laid down right here, but out there, I was going with the waves. It would have been one bumpy, brutal ride. I'm just gonna put it in here. I'm gonna follow this guy. He knows his channel, obviously. Now, you don't really see it that much anymore. Maybe that's like a nature preserve or something. I don't know. But that house, it's built like right on the ground. that thing had to have flooded. It's an older house, so it had to have flooded years ago, you know, many times over the years. All right, the lady told me to come down to A dock, and this is A dock, and she said just choose a slip. But I don't see any campgrounds around here. Let's not turn out good. I need 2 days here. This is not good. I see some campers over there, but not what I'm looking for. I should gotta be sleeping in a parking lot or something. Let's go get on, talk to this lady. All right, this really blows. So the lady here thought she could let me pitch a tent, but evidently the ordinance for this establishment doesn't allow that. So I talked to the owner, and he's like, sorry man, you know, I really can't do it. And he was very nice, but he offered me to go to another place over here, but they're full. So I have nowhere to go, and I've got a storm coming tomorrow. So this is not good. My only other option is to go to the Solomons, which is that way by an hour or so. It's choppy. I mean, this is rough out there though. But I don't really have much of a choice because I'm stuck in the part of the bay that I thought on the eastern side, I thought I'd be all right. But it's not turning out that way. The campsites are full where I wanted, and I tried that the other night, so they've been full for a while. And she said those hunters book those things a year in advance, and there's hundreds of them. So I don't know what they're out here hunting. Hopefully wild pig. But this lady made a mistake. She was super apologetic. I think she's going to be fussing over it all in her head all weekend. But I told her, look, don't worry about it. You know, things happen. I'm not upset. I'll figure it out. There's always another way around it. So, but I got to get going because if I'm going to make it over there, I'm going to pull in at dark. All right, I'm trying to keep the sun off to my starboard, but I was running into it for a minute because I got to go over there. And these crab pots, when you're running into the sun, are impossible to see. And I actually ran over one, but I was just maybe a foot off, and it didn't grab, my propeller didn't grab it. That's the first one out here that that's been a long time since I've almost grabbed a crab pot. But there's a bunch of them out here, and I don't want to drive directly into the sun because I can't see them. So I'm trying to like wedge myself between the sun and the crab pots. And that one was sticking mostly underwater. It wasn't floating like that one. It was mostly submerged. Crab pots. So I have 50 feet of water right here. 49. That's crazy. All right, so this should look familiar. I'm going back to Solomon's. Absolutely didn't think of this. That lady gave me the wrong information. They were out with tents and they were just for RVs only. So I was kind of in a bind. The other camp spot was full. She wouldn't even let me pitch a tent, which is all I wanted to do anyways. But I guess they have to follow their rules about how many people they allow at their campgrounds. So I got to make contact with that dock master again and see if they'll let me keep this old Montauk there. That's where we're going. Same place as the other day. Back on it. I'm glad I didn't get in there to that campsite around 5 or 6. You know, I was actually there kind of early. I was there an hour earlier than I told her I would be. Which is a good thing, because I've been on a plane now for the better part of an hour and a couple minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I weathered it. Hopefully we'll settle in. I'll settle in. Give me a chance to download some more videos too on my phone. Let me know on my That's just as pretty as it was when I left. That's a 455 sea ray right there. I think they live on it. Got all kinds of crap on it. Yeah. All right, so I talked to John, the dude that let me use this slip last time, and he said I'm good, which thumbs up, John. Appreciate it, man. You're good people. Got the same room, and she actually said there's a 7-Eleven up there, so I can go get some laundry detergent, and I go to that one to wash my clothes. I'll do that tomorrow, but it'll be nice to have a whole set of fresh clothes. But it's just really buttoning it up for the night, set the boat up in the slip, get ready for the rain. All right, I settled the boat in. I'll go down there and show it here in a minute. It's pretty good. That dude that watched me pull in, he was sitting on that bench where the smokers are. And I got up and went to the check-in and came back out and got some stuff, and I was walking by him. He's like, I watched you bring that Boston whaler in. He's like, you look like you're going somewhere. And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, I know you know how to handle it because you docked that thing like a pro. And before I had gotten on that Boston whaler, my skills were a little rusty. I'd only been out on the water this year twice, but I got the hang of it now. So I'm going up here to the 7-Eleven. Hopefully, I think it's right there. Right there. See if they have a wash machine detergent. But not a bad trip on the bay today. A little bit rough, but I was following seas, so anytime I'm following seas, man, beats the heck out of getting beat up. I got beat up a little bit coming around the bend, but really frustrated about not being able to camp out while this rain event passes through. But I mean, I can't beat up that lady, and I mean, she just didn't know. And she'd already, you know, she was setting me the campsite when we were taking a look at it, and the owner came by. I was like, what are y'all doing? And she was like, we're getting him ready for a tent. And he's like, oh no, you can't do that. But it is what it is. And then we tried, or she tried calling, because she knows the owner of that other marina, or campground / marina, and tried sweet talking that lady into letting me stay, but she wasn't having it. She said she was already overbooked. So at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, your options are somewhat limited. And I'm an hour away from the Solomons. So it's either camp somewhere where I'm not too sure about, and I really didn't have one because I didn't need a plan B. I should have had one. But I had confirmation, and you know, I looked on the website, everything looked good. They had a wash facility, laundry, little restaurant, a nice restaurant actually. But oh well. All right, I'm gonna get over here just to show you how good I'm at spine Boston whalers. There's one right over there with the faded out white cover. It looks like to be a 19. I'd like to know the story behind that one. Always looking for them. That and sea rays. All right, I'm gonna go down and check my boat before it gets dark. My friends are wondering what am I doing over at the Solomons again. But that is what it is. So it looks good. Everything's good to go. Got my bilge on. I burnt. Wow, I did. I burnt a lot of gas. I burnt 3/4 of a tank of gas from St. Michael's to here. That's bananas. Yeah, it was rough, that's why. I mean, it wasn't like crazy rough, but it was rough. I mean, it was a following sea, so can't complain too much. But yep, she's good for the night.